Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's always my honor to be well connected out here in nature and bringing to you this message of emancipation, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you concerning the pure in heart and what it really means in the Bible when it says that blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now, if you are familiar with the work of Neville Goddard, you realize that Neville Goddard was taught by Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia. And Abdullah taught Neville the scriptures along with the Kabbalah. And it wasn't until I would have had certain experience that I would have come to realize that actually the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. I've come to realize that the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history, and that the Bible is written symbolically. Also, I've come to realize that the Bible have no reference to anyone or any event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. I realize from the beginning to the ending of the Bible that it's all a great psychological drama, and it all have to do with the human psyche, and I'm speaking from my own experience. That is why, my brother and my sisters, to be pure in heart is to come to a realization, is to come to a certain understanding. It is coming to an awakening. It is you coming into oneness with your true essence, your true self. And then you realize that being pure is not something that you can attain. And then you will know that it's not by works, lest any man should boast. You'll understand that true agape, godly love, is you discovering who you are. And when you discover who you are, that is what would help you to understand what it means to be pure. Even Nevill, in his lecture, tells you that the word pure, when it's been broken down into Greek or Latin, one of those language, is referring to like a piece of land that have been cleared. All the obstacles, all the things that are there to stop you or to block you, they've been removed. So when you start to see things clearly, that's when you will get to understand what it means concerning the pure. When you have an open mind, when you move out of the place of limited thinking and you're willing to learn, and that could only happen when you discover oneness. That could only happen when you understand the mentalism. Everything had to first be a thought. Everything had to first be imagined. All is mine. And you realize there's no one to change but yourself. So when you say that blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. To see and to know is basically the same thing. It means to know God. That's how you will know God. So only until you know God that you will know what it means to be pure. Because you will know to know God is a discovery. It's not something you attain. It's not something you can boast about. And we see traditional Christianity, whereby they teach you to look outwardly and they teach you that the Bible is literal and that the Bible is secular history. They make you believe that being pure in heart is some kind of walk of righteousness or some kind of understanding of between good and evil. And you have to overcome all of that evil and just be good alone. That's not true. That's not balance. That is trying to go against the law of polarity, and you can't go against the law of polarity where everything has its polar opposite. You can't have light and you don't have darkness. You can't have darkness and you don't have light. And that is why being pure and being pure in heart so you can see God, it is you discovering your true self, your higher self. Because when that happens, you would see that there is only God in the world. And that everyone is your own self being pushed out. And they're just different versions of yourself. Yeah, so therefore you don't get trapped in false identity. It have nothing to do with your ethnicity. It have nothing to do with what you refer to as race. There's only one race. There's only one universal consciousness. There's only one divine mind. And all connected to that divine mind. There's only one. So my brothers, my sisters, it's not of works, lest any man should boast. So the pure in heart is those who will discover the higher self. Those who will discover the God self. And it would all be done by grace. It wouldn't be any good thing that you think you could do. Because none is good. Because nothing is good or evil. Only thinking make it so. And we can only transform ourselves by the renewing of our minds. That's the only how it could be done. So, when you are in the right alignment, and you're in control of your mind, that you can humble yourself by looking within and depending on the creative power that is within you. Then you'll be lifted up to a higher level of discovery. And you will realize that you've been searching all along for yourself. And you discover yourself. When you discover yourself, then you see you are connected to everyone. And that there is only God in the world. No one else. Say, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Deuteronomy 32:39. And in Isaiah chapter 45, 5-7, it says, I create the darkness and I create the light. I create good and I create evil. Amos 3:6 says, can evil be done in a city and God haven't done it? So my brother, my sisters, it's all about self-discovery. You discover yourself and you will discover the pure in heart because you would have seen God. So with that being said, my brother, my sisters, I want to thank you very much. And I want to say to you, always remember that God is not a man in the sky. God is the power in you. That is you. So with that being said, I want to say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, and what I'm saying is really making sense to you, and it's resonating with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, I'd like to encourage you to follow me on Instagram at BlackMadGuru. And also, if you like to support this work, you can support by becoming a Patreon, a patron, okay, and Patreon. You can donate by way of PayPal. We have the link right down below for you. So, with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, out.